it is nice because I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna have like the mental energy to stream because obviously sitting here doesn't take a lot of energy, but just like being present and having fun with it. And I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna have the energy. And I woke up this morning and I was like, I feel like pretty good. Let's see how the rest of the day goes. And the rest of the day went fine. So I'm glad you could make it, and I'm glad I could make it too. We're gonna play some Ace Attorney tonight. We're gonna keep things nice and chill. Let me get this loaded up. I'm slowly learning my way around Gourd Lake again. Criminal Affairs. Let's see if old Gumshoe's here. You've been needing some Ace Attorney in your life? Well, we got it for you. We got it. Gumshoe knew you were wanting to watch it also. Hey pal, long time no see. You don't look so happy. What's wrong this time? Actually, we wanted to ask you something. Yeah? Okay. Let's talk, Gumshoe. Let's talk about the boat caretaker. You know the boat rental shop down at Gourd Lake? Oh yeah. The old man who runs it is appearing as a witness in court tomorrow, right? Oh, I did the wrong voice. Just assume that Phoenix has been around him enough that he's starting to pick up his drawl. I decided first that he wasn't persuasive enough to stand and testify as a witness. That's why we called Ms. Lotta Hart yesterday. As for who he is, we have absolutely no idea. Sounds suspicious. Watch him be like a mastermind behind all this. Let's talk about the DL6 incident. Detective Gumshoe, please help us. Huh? We need to know about the deal. That was when Edgeworth's father died. I can't help but think that it had something to do with this current case. To tell the truth, I don't know much about DL6 either. Mr. Edgeworth forbade us from reading the file. So, I'm afraid I can't show them to you either, pal. Do I have any hunches as to who did it? Super curious. It's funny because the person who I thought was the most suspicious was Phoenix's buddy. I forget his name. Butts. Larry Butts. I thought it was like he was acting so weird. His thing didn't inflate up, and then he dived for another thing. It's so weird. Yeah, Larry. And I thought his actions were so suspicious, but they play him off in the story as a friend, so I don't think they're gonna make it him. So yeah, I really don't have any idea yet. Probably Mr. Red White. What? See? I'm telling you, it's the Butts. However, if you can convince me somehow that the DL6 incident is related to this case, well, I guess I'd consider opening the file up. Well, let me show you, Gumshoe. Okay, it's not going to be that. It might be this parrot, though. Here we go. Take a look at this parrot, Mr. Gumshoe. Was that a parrot? The old man at the boat rental shop's parrot. The parrot knew about that incident. That incident? You could just hear the gears just grinding in Gumshoe's head. He sees point A, he sees point B, and he's trying really hard to squeeze them together. DL6. What? Is this a flashback? Or did we just run to the boat rental shop? Polly, have we forgotten something? Squawk! Don't forget DL6, squawk! Huh? Good old Gumshoe. Good old Gumshoe. You know, he's trying. He's oddly helpful for being so dumb so often. I'm pretty sure that old man must have taught her that word. Yeah, but how would that old man know about the DL6 incident? Wait, what if that old man was connected to DL6? Nick, you think he might be? Dang, Gumshoe looks pissed. I get you. Sounds like you need information on the DL6 incident. Through there is the station's records room. I'll give you special permission to go in and find what you need. Well. Thank you. All right, way to go, Detective Gumshoe. She's praising him like a teacher to a young student. Very, very cooperative. Okay, Nick, to the records room. I guess it's time we faced Edgeworth's past. Oh. I'm very curious to see what's in here. Start looking up like, where's the JFK files? Oh. Wow. It's amazingly dusty. 10 years of files and 10 years of dust, I guess. Let's find that DL6 stuff quick. 15 years ago. Oh, the intense music is coming in. I gotta do it in a more intense voice. 15 years ago, both me and Edgeworth were 9 years old. We were almost through. Because of DL6. Nick, I found out where the file is. Oh, thanks. I was in my own head there for a minute. The case is so dusty I can't see what's inside. And yeah, in Lunamoth, if you have any questions about the story, just like go ahead and ask. Because yeah, you're kind of catching up in the middle. Nick, it's locked. They must keep important case files in there. Okay. What about this important yellow one right here? There are shelves stuffed with case files in the back of the room too. Forgotten cases rotting away for an eternity. Like who pooped the bed in Always Sunny. Let's get what we need and get out of here. All this dust is getting to me. Well, do I have to talk to her? Well, first, I have to get a handle on the main facts, like a summary. Right. Summary. Found it. Here you go. December 28th, 2001. That's exactly 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow. It's such a strange way to say that. So in 2 days, the case is closed. The incident took place in the elevator of the district court. What? Is this the same district court where we're holding the trial now? Looks like it. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. on that day. Part of the court building collapsed and all of the lights went out. Oh, spooky. Pretty foreboding, isn't it? Wow, that was some earthquake. Oh my. Is that little Edgeworth? Is that our little guy? At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. Hey, welcome in, Morbid Ordeal. Okay, am I getting the timing of the slapping down? because I want to keep doing that. I'm going to be slapping everybody all the time with this stupid sound. And then watch me after stream be like, guys, were the sounds too annoying? But I think we're going to get a lot of mileage out of these. The last one was late. No. 5 hours. That'd be scary like that in the dark. Oh. There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator, and the survivors were unconscious. The survivors? One of the 3 in the elevator had been shot in the heart. Oh. That's suspicious. That was Mr. Edgeworth's father, wasn't it? He said that his father was shot before his very eyes. So Miles Edgeworth was one of the other passengers in that elevator. Yo, that's so messed up. So he was like, it was like there was an earthquake and the power went out and they were in the elevator at the courtroom and then somebody murdered his dad and he had to sit in there. That's so creepy. This is a Nintendo DS game. I'm not ready for this. Let's talk about the victim data. Do you have data on the victim, Edgeworth's father? Yeah, hold on. Victim. Here, found it. Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney. If he were still alive, he'd be 50. If he could be played by Cillian Murphy, if they did like an Ace Attorney adaptation. He had lost that day's case in court and got in the elevator with his son Miles. Miles? Miles Edgeworth, of course. So he was on the elevator with his father. Aww, that's sad. Yeah, he could do both of them. He could do, when he's the dad, he would wear the glasses and have his hair slicked back and then wear the suit. And then when he's Miles, he would just wouldn't have the glasses. From the angle of the bullet and other evidence, it could not have been a suicide. The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. Interesting, because I have a pistol and a gun in my inventory. I wonder if it's the same one from all those years ago. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Where have I heard that before? Huh? It sounds just like this current case. What's going on here? Oh my gosh. I'm just saying. It's going back in history here. Data on the suspect in there? That would be the guy that my mom got arrested. Hold on, this is it. The man arrested as a suspect when DL6 was a Yanni Yogi? Is this like an expert, stretching expert? That was... I'm gonna try that one more time. Wow, were they a professional stretching? Ugh, fuck. He was a clerk in the court, apparently. So that's this guy? He must have been the 3rd person in the elevator. Well, then he had to have done it. But he was found innocent, thanks to his defense lawyer, Robert Hammond. Oh, yeah, we're getting real spoopy in here. Hammond, the victim in our case. Yo, did Miles just take him out on the boat? He just really did it. Laserblade, welcome on in. How's it going? He says, you're live in Walmart Auto Care Center, Maple Grove. Say hi to us. Saka, hey! That's amazing, Laserblade. Wow, I feel very privileged to be live. Hello, employees and people of Walmart. You guys rock, and welcome in, Saka. Oh, balancing the tires? Oh, Ready to drive all over? Hell, thanks for being here. I hope I can keep you guys entertained while you're working. Okay, so Hammond was the person that was the third person in the elevator that shot probably, and then got shot, and now is the victim in this case. So we're looping. Right. The suspect, Mr. Yogi, was found was oxygen deprived, so much that he had brain damage. He lost all memory of being in the elevator. After he was declared innocent, he disappeared. Where could Yogi have gone to, I wonder? He may be closer than we think. Very foreboding. Oh. I guess I know generally what happened in DL6 now. I still don't know what sort of impact the whole thing had on Edgeworth. Nick, are we going to take the whole file? There's too much. We'll never get it out. Yeah. Oh, that's fair. Yeah, honestly. Yeah, Parrot Guy. Because the only people that were at the lake were the Loch Ness Monster photographer. She seems to be pretty innocent. Larry Butts is suspicious, but I don't think he did it. And then Parrot Guy. So it's either like Edgeworth did it, but it was an accident. Or like Parrot Guy got confused, and I don't remember either, because I've never actually played it, so it's all new to me. Even though it's an old classic game, it's like new to me. All right, so we grabbed what we needed. Right. That's probably all we'll be able to find here. Now all that's left is the trial tomorrow. I wonder how Dad will do testifying in court. It's in quotations because the person who runs that boat rental shop is very confused and thinks that we're his kids. I'm sure that will come up. December 27th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh, we got Von Karma. Von Karma looking real slick. Got the brooch, got the tassels, got the, oh man, so stylish. How can I even think straight in here? Very well. Apparently the prosecution is also ready. Who's the judge here anyway? I love how the judge is actually like a huge pushover though. Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well. No opening statements. So, not so fast, Judge. Wow, his objection was really deep voiced. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Yeah, it was so intense. I almost like, it took me a second to process what I actually heard. Like, what's the opposite thing of helium? It's like if you suck in helium, your voice goes higher, and then if you breathe in, I don't even remember. There's some other thing that if you breathe it in, it makes your voice really deep. He just got a tank of that under his desk. Or he's like 8 feet tall. Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Order. Order. Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Oh, thank you for that slap check. Looked it up. Sulfur hexafluoride. Yes. And there's like the videos of people like actually using it and talking. It's hilarious. Just as hilarious as helium is. Yeah, he might be that tall also. There's like, I think of like a deep voice coming out of like a Bruno Mars size person, and it just is very strange to me. You gotta be tall to have that big voice. he does look like it. Yeah. Yeah, he's beefy. He's got the beef. It will be over in 3 minutes when we have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right. I call my witness, my decisive witness to the stand. He's gonna call this old guy up. It's that mysterious boat shop owner. Here he is, in all his glory. Witness, state your profession. I am the proprietor of the restaurant The Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. And I also rent boats. Oh, he's been coached really well. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify. Man, he can't even sit comfortably. He's like crossing his arms and he's gripping his sleeve. Just gripping it. Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. I'll raise an objection, but I'm gonna save first. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. This is, most sus behavior. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah! I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Okay, my goal is just to make this take as long as possible. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. I'm not really sure. Yep. What do you mean? My, memory... Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Well, that parrot does, though. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. He can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in the question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Man, that my guy's fallen asleep on the stand. Mistrial. Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we, witness? Okay, this is going to be interesting to get through. My guy can barely stand up straight. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yup. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats as usual. Then I heard a bang. Yup. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just a-floatin' on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. Okay. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. What are you doing this time? There's nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Okay. No, we're going to cross-examine. Besides, there are only about 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes is up. No, I've dragged this out way longer than I needed to by playing sound effects. Judge, your verdict now. Yes, Mr. Wright. I'm going to cross-examine him. Why wouldn't I? What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well, you may begin. Oh my God. Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma? 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. He had no idea what to do. Prove you're psychic. This case will end in 3 minutes. Case doesn't end in 3 minutes. Oh! He goes primal, starts yelling. He's probably huffing pre-workout in the back, you know, sniffing that beta-alanine, getting the skin tingles. Okay, let's press on everything and see what old uncle has to say. Just after midnight, you say? Yep, just around then. Are you sure? Pretty sure. Yep. When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today. I asked him, and he remembered. All right. Yeah, Luna Moth, you like slam the table with both hands and just rear back and go primal. Yeah, I've seen you do that, I think. Isn't that right? Wake up, my guy. Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly, I did. Yep. You see? Continue. That's some bullshit. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats, as usual, pressing you. Is there anyone who can verify that? Well, I guess Polly could. Actually, Lunamoth says, actually, yeah. That's not good enough for a court of law. Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough? Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. A parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy. Oh yeah, that's who he thinks I am, Keith. Keith? The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. Then I heard a bang. Yep. And where did the bang seem to come from? From the lake, I figure. His animations are really good, though. I really like his turn and snap is pretty cool. Are you certain? Yep. Good. Continue. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just a-floating on the lake. Was there someone in the boat? It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. But I figured there was 2 men out there. Yup. But you couldn't see them clearly. Yep. At the time, that is. At the time? Yeah, he went out there for a swim real quick. Then I heard another bang. Yeah, it's a second shot. So you heard 2 gunshots total. Yep. That's what Lotta said in her testimony yesterday. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. Okay, we're getting to the bottom of this. By your window. Yep, by my window, right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. This is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I have a bad feeling about this. That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Oh, interesting. Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad? Dead certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead. as he was walking by, too. Oh my God. Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him, that Edgeworth boy. Oh my God, he's freaking passed out. This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. Von Karma. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Hey, welcome in, Bardo. How's it going? What you up to today? How's your day been? Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. I better act quick, or this trial's going to be over. I'll just do a safety save and then raise an objection, of course. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's court that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun and the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand? I'm pretty sure you can develop film backwards, right? Like a negative is transparent. Could you flip it the other way? Am I making that up? Exactly. That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. Are you ignoring the truth of the matter here? Everything in this witness's testimony is true. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Raise an objection. I'm going to be aggressive. Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, "I can't believe he's dead," but his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie... Oh, shit. Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Well, I'm about to. Yeah, we have evidence. It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Yeah, we can. Come on. We can do something. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please. Can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Summoning spirits in the court of law again? 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Oh, wow. Enough. The witness may leave the stand. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. Oh my God, are they setting me up to lose? This case is extremely clear. I see no room in this for misinterpretation of the facts. This is obviously not justice. What? No. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, guilty. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. The court is adjourned. Dang. Is that like legit game over? Oh.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Oh my God. Who's me? Sounds good, Ann Lynn. Have fun at the gym. Huh? Wah! Yo, Larry's coming to the stand. Larry's the murderer. I knew it. What are you doing here? Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it. Remembered what? The gunshot. I heard it too. Order. What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. Hey, welcome in, Evie. How's it going? One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot? Yeah, I did. A gunshot. That night, I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Larry Butts, about to put together the case. Evie says, objection! I mean, hi. Hello. Welcome in. I hope your day's been well. And if it hasn't been well, then it's turning around right now. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. I've been watching a lot of old wrestling episodes, and if he says edgy, I'm thinking of just Edge, the rated R superstar. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Okay, Larry. We'll get you into court again. Order, order. Well, this is the first time something like this has happened in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over. Nick, this is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this. Once again, my fate lies in the hands of Mr. Larry Butts. She's right. Only it wasn't Larry. That is 100% true. He can make things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now, right here, right now. Oh, he's Von Karma's getting real twitchy. The verdict cannot be overturned. Come on, Judge. Give me a shot. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Let's go. Rare Judge W. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify now. What? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Fucking Larry. December 27th, 10:28 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Whew. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth, you're sweating bullets. Which is funny, because in my lawyer evidence, I have a bullet. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night? Yeah. He said he went looking for the Steel Samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Oh, right. And he found the balloon and the air tank that night. Yeah. All the pieces are starting to come together. It was Larry. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh? You say something right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? That is a super valid question. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. Man, that's... Come on, Edgeworth. You're making it really hard to defend you here. I didn't have a reason, really. I see. Right? This might be our chance. Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfectly prepared witnesses. Perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. I got my secret weapon, Larry Butts. He has let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. Yeah. We'll go into an armistice. This trial will go forever. You'll just be in a holding cell instead of jail. December 27th, 10:35 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. That really was like a pretty quick break in game time. If you all have seen that show Barry on HBO, the guy Jay Cousineau is like their acting coach, teacher person, and he's always like, "All right, everybody, let's take a break. A tight 5." I always think of that, and then something really bad happens in an episode, and I think he says, "Take a loose 17." We need way more of that. Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of December 24th. Right, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. He's the chosen one. The chosen butt. Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. Oh, witness testimony, let's go. The night of the murder. That night, I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something, and I found it. So I quietly slipped in the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't notice the boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. So he just heard one? Everybody else is saying 2. That was an unusually vague testimony even for this court. In any matter, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. There was this video I just watched. It's this climber, Magnus, and he was climbing with another famous climber, Alex Honnold? I think that's his last name. But they were climbing and they were doing a free solo, which is like where you don't have any safety equipment and you're just climbing up the rocks. And about halfway up, Magnus gets really, really nervous, and he's like, "I feel like I'm stuck. I feel like I'm frozen. I can't climb any higher." And Alex, the more experienced free soloer, like apparently he's like one of the best ever in history. He was like, he said, don't think about like where you've climbed, and don't think about what's ahead of you to climb. He's like, you have to just think of everything in like one move at a time. Like, where am I going to put my right hand? okay, I can do that. Where am I going to put my left foot? And he used that to help him do the free solo, which is insane, climbing without any sort of like harness. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, and Lynn. And also welcome back. Let's press him. Let's get the deets. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? There's so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin. Okay. First of all, what time was it? It was after 11 when I went out in the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night, so I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out on a boat at such a late hour? This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Okay. Okay, Larry. Around what time was that? Well, let's see. I figure I was out searching for about an hour. So midnight? Midnight, yeah. You're not sure? Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial. This is kind of like my secret fear of if I was in a court case about, you know, something important and I'm like trying to tell the truth and maybe I was like, I had to be in line for something. If they were like, what time did you do this? What time did you do this? It's like, I'm not looking at clocks all the time. I'm really not. I'm just kind of doing my day. Like I might be able to say something happened during work or during stream because those are specific hours. It's ridiculous. I'm with Larry on this. I rare Larry agreement here. I can't remember the specific times of stuff. People use watches these days, Larry. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. Okay. Where did the sound come from? Well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know. Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't notice the boat. Okay. Wasn't there a boat on the lake? You were wrong, Larry. There was a boat. Well, Mr. Butts, whoa. Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. Okay. So you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Well, Nick, it was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? Yeah, Larry was like, so at an undisclosed time from an undisclosed direction, I heard a gunshot and I just peaced out. Goodbye. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. It's okay, we can do this. That night I was out in a boat on the lake. Okay. So what do we have that can contradict that? So this would show that there was a boat, because it faces the lake. Time of death, sometime on the 24th, 25th, shot from 1 meter away. Taken automatically at 12:25 at 12:15 a.m. Push the check button to view. Okay, so this was taken... This would have been the second shot, right? at 12:15, it would have been later. It would have been when he was going home. Oh, and then second lake photo shows an empty lake taken automatically at 11:50. Oh, that doesn't line up with his times. Okay, so let's see. I gotta find the one where he said he heard a bang, and then what time did he say that was at? I looked. Oh, looked out, but I didn't notice the boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. Ugh. Overhead map. So one was taken at 11:50. One was taken at 12:15. Got the Gourd Lake map here. Okay, beautiful. Pistol bullet. Pistol. It fired. It's been fired 3 times. Lada's deposition heard 2 gunshots after midnight. So I'm going to save and I'm going to present this. I'm going to say we have testimony that says there were gunshots after midnight. But I got to figure out which one to do it to. Maybe present the gun. He says he heard it once. Yeah. Single gunshot. And then present the gun. Let's try that. The witness's statement. Oh, that wasn't it. He says he can see nothing faulty. Unreal. No, it made sense. I'm gonna try presenting Lada's testimony. Let's see if it's this one. Both. It was one of those two, because honestly, like, both pointed towards there being more than one gunshot. So that's just the game being the game. I feel like in real life it would have been the first one. Yeah, when the music stops, that's when you know. Finish him. That's when you bring him in and you slap him around a bit. What? You only heard one bang. You're sure? That's what I said. But Ms. Lada Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 loud bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. And I showed you a gun that's been fired 3 times. Huh? Were you even listening, Larry? Yeah. It is good. Were you paying attention to what they were saying at all? Yo, Nick, please. Huh? You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Mr. Butts, you only heard 1 gunshot, are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Huh? You're not sure? How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was listening to something else. Something else? My radio dude on my headphones. He just thought the second gunshot he heard was the drop to enter Sandman. Order, and stop that booing. Mr. Butts, you were listening to a radio on earphones. This is antiquated even for the timeline of this game. Yeah, so what? That a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the... What's the big deal? Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness, nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony? Continue, baby. Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Bah! Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio. Yep, big idiot. Right, leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me. Oh my gosh, what Larry heard. He's just going to describe Metallica songs. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all requests show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. He said, hey, 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 it's 93 ass, and it's 11:57 on December 24th. Perfect timing. You were listening to your radio at a high volume. Yeah. Can a man listen to his radio in peace? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. Yeah, that's true. Man, there's like a few songs that have sound effect-y things happening in them. And like when you're driving your car, if it's like a police siren in the song or like a gunshot, oh man, sometimes it scares the crap out of me. True enough, it is difficult to believe that Skrillex could have mixed in a gunshot into his song. Wait, Your Honor. The witness says he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me, DJ? An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs. So he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. Yo, but some DJs, though, they have like the club music bumping in the background when they do the song transitions. Or like rock radio announcers will talk right until the intro is over. And I'm like, they're not going to make it. And then they somehow do. Probably because it's pre-recorded. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Have y'all tried the AI Spotify DJ? It's not that bad. It's actually pretty good. And the little announcer thing, it'll like, he'll like preface what they're about to play. He'll say, all right, we got some 2021 summer hit music coming up. Some of your favorites from Skrillex. They like have the little AI thing read the name of the band. And it was trying to read the names of some of the bands I listened to, and it was not getting them right. But it kind of made it great, though. I like to think of the AI announcer as like an actual radio announcer who's just really bad at his job. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. I'm afraid to press Larry Butts on this. I don't need to know the details. So you turned on the radio. Right. I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know? Oh, he's so sad and sparkly. Oh. You don't know what it's like alone out there on Christmas Eve, alone. shouldn't have said anything. He's still crying. All right. Let's press. Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to? This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor. Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. That is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was your radio set to that night? Set to 10, baby. I was listening to it real booming loud. Okay. Booming loud? Yeah, you know. And you had headphones on. Yep. I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all. Alright. But he heard the gunshot. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. Nah, I can't prove it. But I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? Jesus Christ, Larry. Keep it together for the court, please. What did the DJ say? Oh, let me have this, Von Karma. I need to know what type of music he was listening to, at least. Please cease these pointless questions. Yeah, I can hear outside of my headphones. Like Dan could be across the room and ask me something, and I can hear him, even though I have these things up pretty loud. I guess it is the type of headphone matters. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do us? We can know what kind of music he's listening to. It's just personal. Anlin says, I imagine Phoenix becomes Saul Goodman. Yeah. Your Honor, my client has rights. Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care. We should care. We should care, Your Honor. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask? Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? He was saying, Jesse, let's cook. Just when she said, hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard the gunshot. What? Weird. Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice. He's like walking home. He's like, dang, was that a gunshot? Oh, wow, this announcer has a really sexy voice. Oh, I better go home. Yeah, this is super ludicrous. There's one gleaming ray of hope in there. His two brain cells rubbing together. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened. Okay, so we're going to go to... She said, hey, it's almost Christmas. So I think I need to present the... Empty Lake. So it couldn't have been that one. It would be the Empty Lake photo, overhead map. Lotta's, they said after midnight. It couldn't be that, right? Like, they wouldn't have me present it twice. Interesting. It's gotta be, and they totally do that. I mean, this directly, like, it couldn't have been both, right? It's the same thing. Oh my gosh. I'm like out here trying to outgame the game. I'm like, they wouldn't design it that way. But with Larry, you never know. So, Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better... No, I don't scare that easy. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas when he heard the gunshot. Indeed, and almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. It's not Christmas! Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve in red letters. That would seem to be the case, yes. That contradicts the two testimonies we have heard so far, Your Honor. Both Ms. Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the shots. In other words, when they heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas. Santa committed this murder. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Send Larry to jail forever. Order, order. What does this mean? It means we need a fall guy for this case, just like the mob. And Larry is our fall guy to keep Edgeworth out. Right? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butt's claim he heard the gunshot before midnight? I think he'd be right, because the camera went off automatically at 11:50, which was the photograph, and then it went off at 12:15 with two more gunshots, and that's the one where the person with the gun in their left hand is shooting. Yeah, you're right. There were three gunshots. Okay. Let's do this. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight. I point aggressively. Oh, intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. My. I have been waiting to use this for a while. Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Ms. Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh yeah? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Cue Steve Carell. Aha! Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. It was me after Taco Bell. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely Christmas Eve. Oh, yeah. Look at this photograph. Every time and it makes me laugh. I could have swore there was 3 gunshots. Indeed, it would seem that this is the case. Then where does that leave us? Ms. Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Nope. Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at the 15 minutes after midnight. That night, there were 2 sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them. Oh, shit. You know what's about to happen. Let's go. This case is heating up. Why would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises. Yes? Oh. There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera. Hey, my nose is clear that night, man. Clear. Is this a cocaine reference? Sneezing reference? What's going on? Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 p.m. was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if you have any. Well, I believe it would be the gun, because it's just been fired 3 times. This is my evidence. And let's show the gun! That's right! Oh, we're on the same page. I love it. The murder weapon? Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Only now I have realized the truth. Phoenix just reached enlightenment, nirvana, just right in the courtroom. He's going to start levitating. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Order, order. That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50. Another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you? Why? Uh-oh, I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes? That's exactly the length of a MASH episode. No, that's not helpful. Ah, what's wrong, Nick? I have it. Huh? Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Yeah? The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. Maya, yes? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch, and I'm gonna run with it. I mean, is this safe? Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We've got nothing to lose. That's true. This is actually like good game theory. I mean, even though it's with somebody's life, maybe you got to treat it like a game of Risk or Clue or Sorry. Like, sorry I let you into jail, bud. Didn't mean to. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick. Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. Is he going to buy more time? What do you mean, Mr. Wright? So, you finally realize the truth? There can be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself. Nope, it was Larry. It was Larry. Wrong. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. Perhaps use the Wim Hof method. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, Oh, the guilty party has to be the other man on the boat. I admit it is hard to imagine any other possibility. I can imagine it was Larry. Somehow, it was Larry. But this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 15. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. Oh, that's actually, yeah, that's exactly. That's the only way Edgeworth could be innocent. Well, and it just is a physical possibility. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who this is sitting on the boat. It would be... It'd be the murderer in Hammond, right? Think? Let me think about this. I think it's 2, Edgeworth and the murderer. Because Edgeworth did say he was on the boat, and he did say that he picked up the gun. It couldn't be Edgeworth and Hammond. I think it's 2 also. It has to be. The 1 and 3 don't make sense, because if it was the murderer in Hammond, then Edgeworth's testimony would have been wrong, and if it was Edgeworth and Hammond, that would imply that he shot him. So this is like the best. That's the best one. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he got into a boat. Yep, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond had met Edgeworth. Oh, shit. What? Are you serious? Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. Yeah, Hamlin McGill. Yeah, imagine that, like, there was a secret level where you had to go against Chuck and they had to turn all the lights off when you were there. You guys, if you haven't seen Better Call Saul, this is like a sincere recommendation. It's a very good show, very good. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well, because it had been years, right? So he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. Not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous. Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name? Right, it's... Well, it's not Miles. They said it's a man. Everybody's saying it's a man on the boat, so it's not Lotta. Yeah, we don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Yeah, we're eliminating that it's Edgeworth, Von Karma. Calm down. I don't know, because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop. That old man. No, it's not. It's Larry. It's fucking Larry. I'm leaving Larry out to dry. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot somebody? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not in a boat? Where did it take place? Oh. Show the judge where the murder really took place. Oh, I can pick via touchscreen. Well, it's going to be near the boat shop. Oh, actually, it'd have to be near Lotta's car, because it set off her automatic camera, right? It was here, where Ms. Hart, the photographer, was camping? Yes. Why would the caretaker of the boat shop go there to kill somebody? It was probably an honest mistake. The caretaker made a mistake? Yeah, have you talked to this guy? He's fallen asleep left and right. No, I did. Maybe you'd like to show us again? Oh, wow, really? Okay, so it's just at the boat shop then. Derp. Or maybe it's here and they shot a hole in the... No, I'll just do the boat shop. Why not? Around here, maybe? Around where? You have some reason for thinking this? Yeah, well, because there's no good reason. The murderer knew we'd never expect it. Oh my gosh. This judge is being so nice to me. Okay, well then it was here. Oh, that's the hot dog stand. This is the boat shop. I hit the wrong thing. Boom, Jim, to be back. But this is where the case gets good. Oh shit. Okay, we might be stopping in a few minutes. So if I don't see you, bye. My voice is going, and I'm hungry. Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. I don't know why I thought the boat shop was the other one. Bye. That way, he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Yeah, this freaking parrot. No. Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That's him searching. That night he was out on the lake in a boat searching for something. Oh. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat? Oh, that's smart. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? This is an excellent question. And we are going to have to answer that next time. Have a great rest of your night. If you're working, if you're hanging out, no matter what you're doing, it'll be good. You got this. And I will see you next time. Doses.